college football season?
I kind of figured the second time. The first time I thought you.
Who's excited for college football season?
Me, I can't wait to be for game one where we choked against Central Michigan.
I can't wait to see my team.
Dude, if we had those same refs from 2016, I will punch a hole in the TV. I would be so mad. I'd be like, no, these motherfuckers are gonna make us lose again.
Wait, Central Michigan? The most iconic play.
Yes, that team.
The most.
That's all they're gonna talk about the entire time. I know it. They will.
The most
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium.
I don't think we need to chill down. I think we're good.
The scene a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're three quarters of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, for real. I'd do that too.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Yeah, wait, yo, Reese, what the fuck?
Throwing on first down, Cummings. He completes it to Julio Jones.
Apparently kids have it a lot more bad
short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, dribbling with excellent pace, money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
To throw on second down. Cummings. Flushed out. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage.
Yo, Andrew, you cheating on me now?
Now the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
To throw on third down. Cummings. Good one. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The pick at 24 with the third down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Oh, you get the voice from you guys. Don't worry about it.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got
big.
Pops out, incomplete. A look now at how Tennessee's going to line up defensively. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On third down, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only a yard pick up there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered,
just play your game
to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to
what
keep
the
pace.
fuck?
It's going to go into a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it. Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though
he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to in the early part of the game. Other teams are script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And not a big return. He gets it up to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles.
Oh, my God. Yo, this quarterback has never played a down in the football.
This game was talking not just with the coaching staff,
Andrew,
but with him as well. And I found it interesting.
playing against a quarterback that's never played a down in football.
Sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah,
show him how the NFL is done. You know what that means.
We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Telvin Smith. Drop him for his 11th sack of the
This
year.
quarterback first down in the NFL gets blitzed.
It's going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush.
What we didn't know is that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the game.
Being chased out left.
You know what he does, Andrew? He scrambles him.
The sack on
Fucking
first down
scrambles
took him
him.
out of a
What a bitch.
traditional running play and put him in a passing situation.
This dude
But
scrambles
stopped him
him.
from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. And they drop him for a loss. But
How's that roughing the passer? That better not be roughing the passer.
Let's see about the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
That's some BS. He didn't even throw the ball.
So a pretty early first goal of the first passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
It'll be Warner on first down. Throw left side complete. That's sharp. And able to
Oh,
break.
Reese, we might be joining your division next season.
Down. A nice little gain. Give him 9 there for the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production. But
I really wanted to do this week.
That was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that.
Yeah, but if Fasana's not in the Madden game, I feel like, you know,
the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a handoff looking
try something new.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board,
Seattle's
but
a
still
winning team.
trailing. It's 7-3.
That's a better fucking team.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I have to play him next week.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. Four catches, 130 in the yardage department, and a touchdown, too.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently.
No way!
What the fuck? It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Dude, that should have been lobbed.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it.
I lobbed it. Somehow got intercepted.
And they'll run it here. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Out of the gun, here's Warner. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for
really dedicated just to fuck me over in the next game against Josh Allen because he knows that's my only weakness.
On first and 10. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Warner. Escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, man, I don't know.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Dan Marino couldn't even get us a Super Bowl.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Warner from the gun. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the second.
That's a good thing, yeah. What are you talking about?
Also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing one team, he's always sticking in the back of your mind a little bit.
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't understand anything.
He's getting it in, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, it allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
On first down, Cummings. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
No, all I heard is I'm going to have to do this shot.
Shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head scheme going.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Operating from the gun, Cummings. That is caught inside the 5. To take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to grow their lead. And he puts it through. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it up.
Why does it make me do onside
get into the end zone?
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Cummings is the future of Miami.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I gotta get Taylor a rim.
Just Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid
if he gets
what
injured,
happened
still
on the
has
last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over from him. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter will exist in their offense. That's how they have to treat this job.
They need points.
Big time.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Outside hand.
I hope he retires next season.
If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early, so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right to right set call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Intercept the ball, what the fuck?
Making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now
No, he's not retired.
Down, that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'll literally force him to sign a franchise tag. Sadly, people can't die in Madden. Besides Kiko Alonso.
Incomplete as well.
Dude, I remember I traded for him. I traded for him, and he was out for the whole game. And then he retired.
Sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
It's complete. And they'll get this one inside the 20. They got 29 yards at time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz. Were able to.
I wish he joined the AFC so he could go
The
against
total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a
I'm the one that has to do. I'm the one that has to deal with the heart attacks here.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure you can get in the entire game, then hit pass defense is going to be successful. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now a second down for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
An excellent
Oh
coverage.
shit! I didn't mean to hit him. What
Just
the fuck?
controlling the defense, so good job, Huma.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
From the gun, Warner. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Cummings. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
Run that in.
And gives this man complete.
So good.
20, 10.
Amazing play. Beautiful play.
Touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 89 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, everything that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running in the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this play will be blown out. Yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M. And all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1.
Every single time.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Cummings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Throwing on first down. Cummings. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
From the gun on third down. Cummings. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
No, check, Patriot!
So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than it is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. We often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. They're scripting something they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
So we'll see if that script is a good one for them. Play fake. Now Warner. And that's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On third down, Warner. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but first and 10 here.
Let's go!
To throw, Warner. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing on third and long. Warner. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Miami. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they put field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Wilson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
To throw on 3rd down. Warner finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, here's Barkley.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, here's Wilson. Shreds the tackle. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Wilson now 5 of 6, very accurate since taking over, and he's got his guys a first down. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's Wilson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Let's get it.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now let's go.
Now a first down throw, Warner. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
Warner. He finds Corey Davis, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Warner to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Warner. Got an open man. It's Flome. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game. They've worked to the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Warner. And that is incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play. But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bathema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Andrew, I thought Barkley was injured, and I started freaking out. And then it was just...
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On second down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 31 on third down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it.
Personal
Indeed,
foul.
here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Throwing is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make
No,
a
but it
difference.
wasn't efficient.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, Tampa 2
So
was
here's
a
a
play, but
first
you gotta
and 10
realize
at the 38.
fucking receiver outdusted both of our
On
everybody's
first
in
and
the
10,
league.
Warner. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Oh wait, yeah, he never went against James Washington, right?
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Warner. And
Well,
it's a
Andrew,
short one
wait,
here,
well,
complete
Reese,
to his
good luck
tight end.
against James Washington.
That throw
Because
good for only a couple.
he's
It
a
brings
pain
up
in the ass.
3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
I'm putting a fight.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory.
I want to get to it by Sunday.
The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Wilson wants to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Now Wilson on second down. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we got no shot to beat this team.
On the return is Henderson. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's the last
that
thing
one
you
didn't
want
quite
to do.
make it to the
No,
target,
if you
but
do
that's
it,
not always
Washington
a
is going to get
function
downfield and
of
score
the
a
strength of
touchdown
the
on
arm
you.
of the
And then you're
quarterback,
going to look
is it?
stupid.
Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case,
How do I know?
the ball doesn't arrive.
I don't know.
On third down, Warner. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
The previous play is under review.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
14.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles,
My fullback just
you
ran
play to the
deep
final whistle, I
and
get
scored a
that,
touchdown.
but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it.
He caught a deep
I
pass.
struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it on the
For a
other side
touchdown.
is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners.
He's a
Who had them.
fullback
Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Oh, the return is Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
All right, here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
I barely ran the ball this game.
So for the Dolphins, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they're squarely in play for next year mode.
I see you blitzing or like